So here we have our beets right after harvest. You can see we left 1 inch to 2 inches of the stem, which is what you want so they don't bleed out. We will trim the root a bit, but we're gonna still leave about this much. And that will help keep the color in the beet. So these ones need to be hosed off outside to get the bulk of the dirt off, and then we'll give them a good scrubbing inside before we put them in the pot to blanch. Okay, so in here we have beets that are boiling to slip the skins. You'll need to boil them for 15 to 25 minutes, depending on the size of the beet and how tough the skin is. Here we have beets that have already been slipped. You can see we've trimmed off both the stem and the root end. You want to take as little as possible off. I have a pan of beets that have already been blanched and are cooling. And then these ones are already cool and we're just working on slipping the skins now. Some of them do have a little bit of tough spots, like this one he's working on right now. But you can see if you just take the knife and gently go along, it will take it right off. So here we have beets that have been diced once they've been blanched and slipped. We're gonna go ahead and cover them with water. Bring them back up to temperature. Once they're heated through, we will put them in hot jars, bring it up to proper headspace with boiling water, and then we'll put them in our pressure canner. So our beets are heated through, and I just loaded the first 7 jars. The water is nice and hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill these to the appropriate headspace, and then we will wipe the rims, apply the lid and the rings, and put them in the canner. Okay, so all the jars are ready to get into the canner. We have everything at a 1 inch headspace, and we're going to wipe the last rim, put the lid and band on, put it into the canner. Once the canner is showing a visible steam, we're gonna go ahead and put a timer on for 10 minutes. And then we're gonna let it come up to pressure at 11 pounds. And we're gonna keep it at 11 pounds for 35 minutes. Okay, so we're above 11 pounds, so we started our timer, 35 minutes for quarts. And when we finish the full 35 minutes, we'll remove it from heat and allow it to start the process of dropping pressure. We've completed 35 minutes. We're just gonna wait for this to drop to 0 and for the lock to drop. Then we'll take off our weight, let it depressurize for 10 minutes, and then we'll open her up and take out the jars. So far, this is what I've got canned. And I still have probably 3 or 4 more loads to go.